on her front side says once per turn when you play a battle card, basically it pluses the battle card 5, and it'll if it's 20k you draw one. So if you play a 15k battle card, you draw a card. You untap 2 on the awaken, and then it's the same thing, but it draws a card on the swing. So a cool leader in that you don't need to swing on your opponent to generate pressure. You just build a really, really wide board. Alright, let's get into it. Pan is probably the most defensive deck in the game right now. You don't get aggressive with this deck until you're going for game. Like, at all. So, I'm showing you this 1-drop Trunks, but you're rarely using this for the ability. You're using it because it's a cheap way to get to your chain attack. So obviously we're running chain attack, we're running Zeno. So let's go over that first real quick. This is your out to a lot of stuff, a whole lot of, like, there's no answer in DB Super right now to chain attack Zeno except double Bloodlust, but nobody's playing that card anymore. So turn 3, if you can, you've made them expend a bunch of resources, and now you're resetting the board, resetting their hand. So, like, say you're playing against a 1-2 swap Bardock deck. They keep taking their life, they keep using Successor of Hope, they've used so many resources, and they have like 13, 14 cards in their hand. You play this, now they have 5 cards and nothing on board. They're a whole lot less intimidating at that point. So yeah, the intensifying power is really there because it's an easy way to get to chain attack. We played 3 of the free blocker. Could be 4 if you want. If you're running into an aggro meta, you can up that. Self-explanatory. Free blockers are nice. 4 super combo. You can run the Gears super combo too. This is just the OG. Another free blocker, which is actually a little better, but a little more situational. Bodyguard Legic is good because it's a 15k that'll draw you off pan. But it's not good because you after turns 1 and 2 usually, you'll have a lot of stuff on board that's staying there. Unless you like chain attack Zeno, obviously, but you won't be able to get the free summon off Bodyguard is what I'm saying. So that's why that's only a 2. You either see it or you don't. It's more of a utility card. Another utility card, Burst Attack Son Gohan. This is a very attractive target for chain attack. Being able to chain attack into burst attack in the late game when you don't need to Zeno, you're putting so much pressure on the board. Chain attack, lots of people don't know, but chain attack attacks active cards. It doesn't just play something. It can attack active mode battle cards. So you can kill a blocker with chain attack and then use burst attack to draw 2 and swing at their leader for crit. Really, really good. Because this deck doesn't need to push Awaken, we only run 3 of the Digging Deep Vegeta. This, when it swings once per turn, you can take a life, restand it, and it gains 5k. So it's a 20k swinger, and you can swing twice with it. Pretty good. Awakens you, that's the biggest thing. You can take up to 2 lives, so yeah. On your like push for game turn, you can potentially play him, go from 5 to 4, or 5 to 3 even if you just want the extra card, and then untap 2 and play your real win condition. This girl, obviously it's Pan, it's a Pan deck. So Fearless Pan is a barrier blocker, but the reason she's great is she gives every other card on your field and your leader card plus 5,000 and double strike. So if you fill up your board with like Legic, Digging Deep, chain attack and a burst attack, and then you drop one of these, game. Although you probably won't have these 2, let's be real. You'll have like an honest board will be like a Digging Deep, a Bodyguard, a Fearless, and then like 2 of these guys, because these guys are your best friend when playing Pan. One costs 10k, summons himself, and becomes a 20k on their turn, and draws you one. Insane. Like the best possible version of a super combo. It's so good. It just does so much. We play 3 Pride and Justice Topo. Same idea. You play it on your opponent's turn, so you get the draw of Pan. And Bodyguard's also great at clearing boards and just being a threat in general. So I called this a super combo. You essentially could refer to it as one since you're drawing. So this deck, similar to the new Oob deck, can run 12 super combos because you're also running Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. So very, very powerful. This is why you're playing so defensively and not tapping energy to do stuff in the early game, is because you want to play Vegeta's, you want to play Goku's draw through your deck, and then you want to play your negate, which is Unending Awakening. This halts aggro in their tracks. They don't want to deal with a leader that has +5 for the turn. So this is Senzu Bean for red. It negates the attack, +5 for the turn. Once you play this, you've usually completely changed what your opponent is trying to do that turn. Super powerful. We run 1 of each Fu because Fu is great. This guy, Double Striker, draws you 2. This guy, Double Striker, kills anything on their board that does not barrier. Make a little more room. Our final card and our win condition that's not Fearless Pan is Foreseeing Hit. Obviously, if you're playing mono red or any red, this is the strongest card to play. One of the strongest cards in the game. Foreseeing Hit lets you look at your opponent's hand when he's played, choose up to 2 battle cards with 35k or less, and banish them until the end of their next turn. So even if you're not pushing on the turn you play him, it's the end of their next turn. So you basically get... Oh wait, no, I'm lying. So the turn you play him, you get to push, and then on their turn, they don't get to push back because they're 2 cards short. So Foreseeing Hit's just insanely powerful. This deck is a very, very strong meta contender. I don't think there's very many. The only change I would make personally, if I had a 3rd burst attack, is 2 topo, 3 burst attack. But other than that, this is a very strong contender for the meta. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, these are a little high up. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank y'all for stopping in, and catch you later.